and just sort of more boring stuff that students don't really care about until they come.
Yeah, she's coming.
I'm setting up the live, so we should be streaming live right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, universe. Hi, Jody.
Hey.
Jack, if they go on to the site, the YouTube site, should it just pop up for them
It should.
using the link?
These are cute. I think these are like the limited.
It should show us as live.
Christmas.
Yeah, I think we just went live, so it might take a minute or two for them to get on their feed.
Yeah, we just put them in.
But Jack just
I'm gonna share this with everyone.
I painted these.
and Jack just shared the YouTube link, so people will want to join that way. They can just go directly to the video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm oddly not surprised to see that. That is awesome, Jody. Is that your hairstylist?
It is my hairstylist. We're staying.
Oh, that's well, I'm happy to see that. Keeping things safe and fun. I love that.
I'm not. I was plucking you. Oh, wow. Man, you got that thing going already or no? You got this. Look, the little kids. Hey, look, he's running. We have an audience of social distancing.
Oh, awesome.
We have an audience. We got the little kids and all.
Wow.
That's awesome to see, Jody. Well, it is officially
He's a beagle.
5:05-ish, so I think we can get started, and then whoever is going to jump on will just introduce them as they jump in. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Cool. So hi, everyone watching. My name is Carrie, one of the coaches here at St. Baldrick's Foundation. And on behalf of the entire foundation, I just want to thank you all for joining today and committing to your promise to help kids defy childhood cancers. I think as we're all sort of social distancing, either in a T-Rex costume or not, I think we all understand the importance of research, especially now in these days. And for kids affected by cancer, research will always be sort of the most important thing that we can fundraise, just so that they have less harmful treatments and less invasive treatments, so that they have the childhoods that they deserve to have. I'm just going to run through a few housekeeping items. So we are recording this shave. So it will be available for you for reference afterwards if you want to share it with your friends and loved ones. We're also streaming this on YouTube. So for everyone that's watching, it's live, and we will also hold on to this video on YouTube if you want to share it with, again, your friends and family. So now that that stuff is out of the way, I just want to thank you guys again for joining us today. Just to share a few stats about this event, Benjamin Franklin High School has been involved with St. Baldrick's for 5 years. And in those 5 years, you guys have raised over $50,000. And of those $50,000, I think Elvis is joining. Hi, Elvis.
Elvis is joining, yeah.
And over the 20 years that we have been a foundation, we have been able to award over $1.1 million in research grants and institution grants to the state of Louisiana alone, and 3/4 of that, so more than $750,000, have went back to New Orleans institutions itself. So that's really awesome to see, and it's all because of the hard work and dedication that you guys have shown over the last few years. And so with that, I want to introduce our League of Legendary Heroes, who are St. Baldrick participants who have been involved and participated with St. Baldrick's for at least 3 or more years. So this year, I want to induct our newly Knight of the Ball Table, Mr. Darren Eady, who has accomplished 7 years, but it should be 10-ish, but officially 7. So I just want to thank you, Darren, for all of your support, again, for the last 7 years. I'm sure growing your hair year after year isn't always easy, but the kids really do appreciate it, and we really appreciate it. And I know that Jody is also a Knight of the Ball Table. If you want to just raise your hand so that we can give you a round of applause. Thank you both for being so involved. Yay! And I just want to give the floor over to you guys as 7+ year participants. If you guys want to share any words or, just have any thoughts about your time with St. Baldrick's.
Yeah, I've like 7 years, and I think now the Ben Franklin event has been going on for 7 years as well. 7th year. Jody, you've only done it
I think
here.
it's actually the 8th year or the 9th year, Darren, because I didn't do the first 2.
Okay, all right. So we've almost been 10 years on that as well.
Yeah.
So that's great. I'm glad to see the school still supporting it. I just started doing this because my best friend, his mother had passed away tragically from pancreatic cancer, and he wanted to push to fight every sort of cancer. And that was 10 years ago for me. So, and then when we found the organization, he wanted to do this. I joined up with him. We shaved our heads. We both love the experience. Actually, having a shaved head is preferable to this for me. Maybe not the people that had to look at me, but yeah. So I wanted to bring it to Ben Franklin. I'm glad it's still, even when I left, it still went on. I'm really happy to see that St. Baldrick is still rocking and rolling with the punches, especially. So,
Totally. Thank you, Darren. Jody, do you want to share any words?
Yeah, I do it every year for the reason I'm a coach, and one of my dear friends passed away from cancer, of course, from breast cancer, and she was very influential in a bunch of people's lives, and I think it's a great way to remember her. But it's so awesome to be able to give money to an organization for kids, because she wasn't a child. She didn't make her 50th birthday, but she got to experience life that these kids aren't getting the opportunity to experience. And why not do something in her name that's going to give back to kids? And to do it through the school is unbelievable. When I didn't do it, like the 8th year, like 8 years ago, I watched like 6 of the girls' soccer kids at a sophomore in high school shave their head. We all know how impressionable kids are, and to lose something that your hair, is a big deal, and not to even care what other people think. And I think that shows a lot about who the kids we educate at Ben Franklin, and just the opportunities that we have that other kids don't have. So that's why I've done it, and it's just kind of cool to be able, again, to give to an organization that gives right back to the kids. And we all know at this time, research is very important and very expensive.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Jody. And I think you really hit it home of just the fearlessness that you all have shown by shaving your heads. Oftentimes kids that are going through treatment and losing their hair as a result, it's a very scary time for them. And so to see people who are shave their heads and willing to stand with them is really comforting to not only them, but their families. So thank you again for joining us over the last 7 to 10-ish years. So just a few more things. I do want to congratulate Jody, who is this year's top participant. Yeah. This year you raised over $1,700.
Yeah, right.
I love that you just have a whole team and party with and a jumping T-Rex behind you.
Yep, the T-Rex is very important.
Awesome. So I know that this year definitely brought a lot of challenges. So if you want to share any fundraising secrets or just thank whoever supported you, feel free to do so. I think she's talking to a neighbor. Jody, do you want to share any words, just donors or any secrets of fundraising right now?
Oh, well, of course, I'd like to thank everyone involved. I would like to think that I did all the work, but really it's the remembrance of Denise and, you know, what she meant to all the people around in the volleyball community. I think that says it all. But I mean, I think it's also, again, like a good cause just to give. And I think people don't hesitate just to give money. You know, you got to put it out there. And, you know, I believe that, you know, when you have a team and a community that believes in certain things, this happens. It's not me, it's just the cause.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And you know, I do share that same sentiment that it doesn't hurt to ask. So thank you, Jody, for asking everyone that you asked and having them pitch in. And again, we really do appreciate it. Now that you know, all of the housekeeping items are done on my end. I'm going to hand it over to Darren to see if he has any other words he'd like to share before the big shave starts.
No, just thanks to everybody who donated, who has signed up. We had other people shake their heads with, you know, they got either impatient. So I want to thank Giselle Wolf for doing that. And I believe James Coco was another gentleman, not affiliated with the school, but who shaved his head prior to this. And of course, I want to thank Jody, Elvis, and Parker has raised some money as well. Not really sure where he is right now, but we'll figure that out. But let's get it started.
All right. Well, if there's no other words, let's get to shaving. Hi, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, sorry. We were trying to figure out like what size to use because I have kind of a lot of hair.
Yes, you do.
Okay, what'd you find out?
Oh, I didn't ask.
All right, so should we start shaving?
Yeah, I think if you and your wife are ready to go, you can go ahead. Bye.
Right now you have nothing on. Yeah, I want a little.
I think we're just figuring out logistics for the longer hair folks.
2, 4. What do you think? You're the thinker. How short you want?
Oh, you can go 2 is the max. 2 is the max,
2,
right?
and 2.
That's when I get on the side.
Yeah.
No, my hair's long, so here's what I get on the side. Still plenty of. You do 3.
Too good.
Darren, your wife is a
together,
pro.
Gary, or are we doing it one at a time?
Oh, you can shave right now, or if you'd prefer to wait.
Get it done, Jody.
Up to you. Yeah.
It's gonna take a while. Got my hazmat ready to go. Oh, look, the dinosaur is ready.
How thick it is. We getting some of it out the way.
Oh my goodness, we got little clips on. Hey.
I can only make you look so pretty every now and then.
Oh Lord. Okay, commentary here. Commentary.
Jody, I think you're the first person to ever have a dinosaur shave you.
I know. Thank God I have good friends, huh?
Well, that's like
It's not gray. That's just white. Blonde.
it's blonde.
Blonde. That's sparkle.
That's awesome.
Darren, your wife seems like a pro.
I know.
I've never done it.
Finished?
You're doing great.
She always said say her second job, which she'd love to be a pet groomer. So, I don't know what that says.
Fighting back
Well,
to not getting on the mohawk.
I think you might have a second side gig then. Jody started as well.
Even your head.
waiting for a like towel. They said to stay. Now I'm waiting.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the dinosaur's on over here. Oh, God. Oh, God.
See what happens there?
It's crazy. Social distancing. Oh, damn.
T-Rex got in my way. Sorry.
T-Rex. Watch the ear.
Okay, pull your mask, this one down. Yes, ma'am. We might have to remove glasses for a short minute.
You can
I don't
see
want
this
to spit in anybody's face.
now.
Trying to give you a look right now, and it's called the Joe Dirt or Joe Exotic.
Oh,
The
I
jokes.
can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
I love it.
You're cleaning up. Both of y'all
This is a
cleaning up.
natural, it actually keeps your rabbits and snakes away from your garden. It's a good thing for your fertilizer.
All right, we're doing it.
All right, looks like Elvis is going for it too. That is going to be a lot of hair, Elvis. Who do you have helping you today?
It's my aunt.
Your aunt. She has a lot of work cut out for her.
Very, very Joe Dirt right now.
Joe Exotic. Hey,
Joe D. Exotic.
can't wait. You got the mushroom look?
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Joel, wave. Honor.
Hi, thanks for joining.
If I could bleach it right now, you would look like pink.
Is that much gray?
I mean, gray is white.
The
Gray is white. You know what? That makes me feel like really old here. T-Rex, jeez. Oh my God, that's a lot of gray.
Got the bangs off. Woo!
She should have joined us.
Oh my God, it's coming out.
Coming off.
Shaving's the fountain of youth, Jody.
Oh my God. Jesus, it's like colored.
Well, on the plus side, you guys are going to save a lot on shampoo and conditioner. So
Yeah, that is true. That usually happens. Hey, Megan, see if you can get on St. Baldrick and see what it looks like online.
Chris has been watching it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at it earlier. It looks great.
You'll think. Really well.
Yeah, it looks great, Darren. I think your wife really does have a future in pet grooming.
Those actually were pet clippers.
Oh.
Those are pet clippers.
Well, they worked out great.
I can't imagine they're really any different. So.
I'm laughing
I
at
didn't see
it.
that whole time. That's her total look.
I like it.
Just have a single tuft of hair on Jody.
Beautiful.
Elvis is half shaven.
Great. I think somebody's trying to be freaking funny.
Maybe.
That's all right. I'll kill your kids tomorrow.
Elvis, how long were you growing out your hair before the shave?
I don't know. It's been a while.
You're all
All
done.
right. Thank you.
Yes, that's the way he barks every day.
Yes, another year.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
All time has been lost.
They were long.
All right.
Take care.
Awesome, Darren. It looks great. Jody's almost there.
Nice. Oh my. My backyard is
Yeah, you're gonna have
out
to
later.
fix that shit
I will.
without T-Rex. Oh, did I say that? Oh, good.
Oh man, you look at it this way, you can really see the grays.
Don't look too close.
No more of that. No more of that.
Yeah, just not look at it.
You know, you're the first that didn't complain about the thickness of my hair, Monique.
If you do this every day, nobody's here is thin.
And it's just like, I don't know, enjoying fresh air. Can we just leave you like this?
Yeah, we can just leave. Yes.
Beautiful, Elvis. What kind of ladies with that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right, Jody, how does it feel?
Feels gray.
It looks great.
You should get rid of that for a second. Like,
I think
lift
we
it up.
should slit your eyebrow too.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
It's nice that you have someone professional doing it. They can make it look nice and even.
Yeah, I know. Thank goodness.
Not that Darren's isn't, but you know, it's nice.
This is like
Thanks.
Geez, you want to get me the box?
Looks like Elvis is almost done also, considering how much hair he had.
Or it might be on the pink chair. I have to readjust to get to
that suit is perfect for you. It makes you look taller.
Oh, you're showing off my good side then.
Uh-huh.
But you know you need the elastic down, please.
I mean, you are ridiculous.
I won't wait. Up again. Needy, huh? Well, I mean, I was just.
Looks like Elvis is done also. That's awesome. It looks great, Elvis.
Elvis, you look good, man.
Oh,
Me?
How's it look in the front? I can't see you.
Short I've had in
Does she look all
about
even? Do
Yeah.
you have any randoms?
Yeah. Good. She looks great.
Damn, this is the fastest, Monique. You need to
yeah,
do
I know, right?
it. Dude, rolling.
By your ear right there.
Yeah, by my ears.
Oh yeah, good call.
I'm uneven by my ear. That's the one she almost
Elvis, we weren't able to hear if you wanted to share anything as to why you're shaving today, or if you want to share any with your
connection.
friends.
All right, stop moving.
What is it? Sorry, I'm cut later. Not too good.
Oh, sorry. I was just saying that we hadn't heard as to why you're shaving, or if you want to say anything to your friends who might be watching.
Sure. The main reason I shaved, like on a whim, it was a good excuse to take off all the hair. I've had long hair for years.
I need to like get angled just to where I haven't blurry on the screen yet.
I got obsessed with it when I was looking at
Next invention, windshield wiper with a T-Rex.
options on like who to give
That's
money
it?
to. It's the sponsor. Reading, and there are just so many different like stories to see, and it was kind of rough reading some of them. And so I really kind of fell for St. Baldrick's program. That's why I was like rushing to get out here today.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Elvis, and thank you for
Great, Elvis.
long hair. I know it's not an easy switch.
I got another.
That's great. I hope to see you shave again soon. Looks like Jody's done also.
Yeah, I think it's done now, but the dinosaur is attacking me. I don't know what's going on.
How does it feel, everyone?
Oh, I love the tinglies now. I get up top.
Yeah.
Feel shaved again.
Yeah, feels good.
Awesome.
Something feels normal, at least in this stage, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely. Well, you all look amazing rocking your bald heads. For you to share it on social media, just so people know that you went through with the shave, just to continue to get the word out. And thank you all again for joining us today. Say any departing words, Jody, Dinosaur, friends, Elvis, Darren. The floor is all yours.
Oh, thanks everybody who did it.
That's what we're here.
Do another year. All right.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye. We'll see you next year.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.